We're in today again with the GTX 580. This is the game world model. It's got 3 gig of VRAM GDDR5. I'm gonna take a look and see how it's running with 512 shaders, DirectX C-level support like a previous one, 384 bits bus width, 783 megahertz on the core clock, and 1005 megahertz on the memory clock. We're gonna pair it up with this i9 10 gen. I'm gonna see how it's rocking in a couple of games. Previously we tested the 1.5 gig model, and today we're gonna test the 3 gig model and see the difference between them. It was a great experience with 1.5 gig of VRAM, but what happens if you have 3 gig of VRAM available? So yes, let's jump in a couple of games and see how the video card is running. Let's jump into Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3. The good one. I'm on 1080p maximum. Actually, I have a lot of things that I can put here. Sync frame, shadow, yes. Screen space or collision, and we don't want that. Extra image and automatic, and manual, it's on extra. Put it on manual, and I'm gonna keep it like this. Let's jump and see how this monster is working. Ah, look at this. Oh, this is it. This is something that I really appreciate having. An old title like this. Oh, look at it. What 91 FPS. I want to see the averages and the minimals and chickens. I can listen to no running, no rushing. The CPU is not loaded. 52 on minimals. How much I got on 1%? 76. Whoa. It's so cool, dude. Seriously, I actually forgot I have a 580 in the PC with 3 gig of VRAM. It doesn't use the 3 gig. Look at it, 0.8 with maximum details. That 1.5 gig model, it's actually enough. The system is not stressed, like 3%, 2%, 1%, 6% on the CPU. Barely use 7.7 gig of system RAM. There's no stress there. Let's jump into Ironsight and see how the game is performing with this video card. I'm actually curious because it was suggested in the comment section. Let's put it on ultra. Limit FPS, no. Display FPS deactivated, align. Alright, let's see. Maximum detail. Alright, let's see how it's working. 65 FPS. I actually do need to lower the details. Alright, we're good. It looks like Warface. Oh, definitely looks like Warface. 17 on minimals. That's actually not good. Not gonna lie, it's lagging a little. Actually having 70 FPS on maximum details with this GTX 580. Not good, not bad. At the same time, I'm trying my best to see if I can benefit from that 3 gig of VRAM. 1.5 gig of VRAM model was totally different. It's averaging on 60 FPS, not gonna lie, but the minimal is not okay. It's reaching 1.5 gig of VRAM, so that means the other model was not okay for this. Damn. It's actually good performance, seriously, overall. Let's jump into Fortnite and see how the game is performing with this video card. I'm gonna put it on to 100% render scale with performance mode. I'm actually curious because this one is different. It's got 3 gig of VRAM, but I think the core it's still the same like the previous one. So yeah, let's jump in and see how it's working. So overall, the GPU is doing a fantastic work. Apparently, it's not necessary to have a 3 gig model version. The 1.5 is actually enough to play Fortnite on performance mode. This is the only thing that matters. If it's averaging over 100 FPS, then everything it's enough. In my situation now, the GPU it's with this temperature because I think I have a broken fan, and yeah, I need to take a look and see how I can fix it in the future. Do I recommend a video like this? Yes. 3 gig model? No, it's not worth it. 1.5 gig, it's quite enough, so there's no need to search for a very rare video card like this, because it is a little rare, you know. Oh yeah! That's funny. Let's jump into Farlight and see how we are able to play the game. What do we have? Borderless, smooth, and very high. Let's jump in and see how we are able to play Farlight with this video card. Looks and it runs really smooth, like very, very smooth. The frame time is like 3-4, and the game it's very snappy. That's something that you will need in a game like this. So 240 FPS on average, it's kind of constant on this computer. 117 FPS on minimal, it's kind of good. 189 on 1%, it's even better. So there's no problem with this video card in this game. But you can actually see now that the VRAM it's 1.8. Let's put it on the video card and see how it's running. 61% from the VRAM is utilized. Apparently this video card is using 1.8 gig of VRAM now. So comparing it to the last model, it's more stable. It's got more minimals and 1% comparing it to the previous one, 1.5 gig model. This video card is getting hot and I have to find a replacement cooler for this because I really like how it's working, and I don't want to miss this opportunity. Let's see how War Thunder is working with this video card. I don't even know what to do here, and I will keep it on 1080p with minimal details. I want to see how this video card is holding in the game. Apparently with this video card I get to play War Thunder really good. I have enough FPS so I can question my details in the game. I think I have an opportunity to play on higher details. That's it. That's the only thing I'm thinking. If I have 1.5 gig of VRAM now used, I think on medium details it will be quite fantastic. War Thunder depends on your GPU model that you have. If you have the 1.5 gig of VRAM, then you will not have a lot of FPS, because look at this, it's 1.5 gig of VRAM already used, and that one is it's only with 1.5 gig of VRAM. I think that 1.5 gig of VRAM model is going to have lower FPS, not like this 190 on average. 23 on minimal, not that great, but it does have some decent numbers. Damn, it was behind you. Let's jump into World of Tanks and see how it's running. Apparently on low details War Thunder was doing a fantastic job, but I want to see how this one is working with medium details. This is kind of cool to see 150 FPS on medium details. Ooh, actually I can put higher resolution and higher quality to try to fill up that VRAM. But if the core is mega loaded, then it's not worth it. Medium details is actually enough. To make the GPU cool, you know what I have to do? I put it out, I'll give you an example. I put VSync, and that's it. Look at this. So it goes on 60 FPS, and look at the core load. 40% core load and 1.6 gig of VRAM. Actually good, you know. That means I need this 3 gig model in order to play World of Tanks on medium details. Kind of good performance from this video card. I put it around 60 FPS to see how the temperature is going. You know, 60, 70, 71. Good temperature. Okay, now unlock it because I want to do something else. I want to put it on high details. Just curious. Okay, so 60 FPS on high details. I knew it was not worth it on high details to put it on because it's already 98% loaded on the core, and not really worth it. Doesn't make any sense to increase the details if the core is already loaded. Let's jump into Dota 2 and see how this video card is performing. I'm gonna keep it on medium details as a preset and see how the GPU is performing. Already in the team fight, and I actually see 80 to 90 FPS on average. Most of the time you will have horrible minimals in a team fight, and it's very important to look at them and adjust your game like that. I got 47 on minimal with 75 on 1%, so in a team fight you can actually play the game really nice. Even though the core is mega loaded, you get those hundreds of FPS. Insane, seriously, insane how good it's working. The GPU's temperature, it's 76 degrees, considering this is a Fermi. I will not judge it. But on the VRAM side, apparently, we're getting to 1.5. and that shows us that the GTX 580 with 1.5 gig model, it's not ideal in this situation for medium details. On medium details, apparently you can get nice FPS if you have enough VRAM and don't bottleneck the memory. Let's see how GTA 5 is working with this video card. It's gonna be interesting to see this 1 gig of VRAM utilized. Let's see how we got 1080p, FXAA, and everything on normal. Alright, so this is a very perfect example why this model with 3 gig of VRAM it's better than the one with 1.5. Very decent performance, it's very fluent. The MS is kind of low, 10, 11. That is exactly what you expect from a video card. So the 3 gig VRAM model, it's right on point. The system is utilizing 10.6 gig of system RAM. You know, that is delivering 53 minimals and 62 on 1%. Not gonna lie, those are the really good numbers that I want if I want to play GTA 5 online. I'm not gonna lie, I like this video card, how it's performing. This 3 gig of VRAM model, it's quite fantastic overall in some games. It shows you that if the core is strong enough and it's got the VRAM, some cases the video card can still perform even in 2023. There's a couple of games that I wanted to throw more on this video card, but there was no need because I already made up my mind with those games that managed to benefit from the VRAM. Can you use a video card like this? It's not recommended because it's power hungry, comparing it to something like a 4 gig low profile that is more efficient and more powerful than this video card. If you want to put the money in a video card like this, it's not worth it. You know, if you want to have it as a secondary computer with light gaming, yes, it's worth it, but you need to take in consideration that needs to be really cheap. You know, this video card. That's it. That's the only thing I want to say about this video card. Aside from that, the video card did a fantastic job. It performed really well, and yeah, I'm just curious, what do you think? Which one is better for you? 1.5 gig model or the 3 gig? Which one did you like? Leave a comment and I will see you very soon.